Hello viewers, welcome back to the Nifty Daily Technical Analysis Post-Market Show. Hope you all had a great expiry trade today and made some good profits in any of the directions. So before proceeding with the analysis for this day and estimating the movements for the next session, let us briefly review the analysis of previous day and let us see how the estimate has worked out today. And to start with, so on 24th the candle was kind of a gap up opening, but it couldn't hold the highs, so the resistance pushed it down to the level of the previous doji candle. That was the candle, and the observation was that the resistance is present strongly on highs, and there is support also, and if the support breaks, then the market may fall below 18k. That was the observation. And the trade plan that I made based on the observation and analysis is that if Nifty opens above 18100, then wait and watch for the price action to short other, and similarly take long positions only if 18100 is sustained. If 1850 to 18100 is the opening, then don't go long until 18100 is sustained. Short closer to 18100 and hold the shorts with trailing stop loss, because we don't know how far Nifty drops due to the breakdown of supports. So this is exactly what happened today. Nifty opened between 1850 to 18100, closer to 18100, which is a very good shorting position, and Nifty kept on falling throughout the day, breaking down several supports. So if any of you folks have gone through the previous analysis, I hope you made a good opening trade and made good profits today based on the trade plan. So let us go through the price action today, and let us observe what Nifty has done and what it tells us how it can turn out in the next session. So to start with, let us look at the intraday price action. So Nifty has opened at 1890 level. There was never a support after the opening. It kept on getting sold off all the way till 1817 852 level. During the next 15 minutes there was some support, but even then Nifty made a new low at 17846, and then Nifty found some support till it went up all the way till 17945, and at 17945, which also happens to be kind of small intraday support earlier in the morning, Nifty again faced resistance and got sold off till 17870. So we have to mark this point, which the 17945, the top of this range, and the bottom of this range is 17890 level. So this has, if we slightly zoom out to a 1 hour level, this particular supply and demand play will be much more visible. As you can see here, almost like 1 2 3 4 5. So for 5 hours today Nifty has been playing in this supply and demand zone. So this particular supply and demand zone, this can act as a resistance if Nifty opens lower in the next session, and similarly it can act as a very strong support if Nifty happens to open above this during the next session. And if Nifty opens within this zone, then it is a wait and watch game. We have to see whether the resistance will be strong enough to push it down the lower border, or if the support will be strong enough to push it above the top resistance. So going back to the I'm zooming out to the 1 day level, the price action is clearly bearish, because as we can see here, there was some attempt by the bulls to break above a resistance that couldn't be sustained. There was a haramid and kind of almost a doji here, and then the next day price fell, and there was again one more attempt, but that ended up in a doji, and then the price opened gap up but could not sustain. It tried to go but could not sustain. The resistance was strong. It pushed down and closed at the harami level, and then today price opened kind of gap down below the key level of 18100, and it almost like now crashed a lot of supports on the way and closed below several of the previous candles. And one more thing that is will be evident is if you look at the weekly level, weekly time scale, for the past 2 weeks the candles were dojis, and the price action has been largely sideways in a in kind of almost what 200 400 point range. And there is one more session of trading in this week, but as of now the candle looks like it is going to give us a direction by breaking below the range, or at least closing below the range. So this is also one other point we have to note, that if on Friday the close happens to be below 17800, something like anywhere below 17800, ideally it should be below 17770. If the close happens to be below 17770, then we can have a further down move, strong down move following in the following weeks. There is going to be a budget announcement and then next week, but if this week closes below 17770, one can expect the price to fall further, maybe up to price may take support somewhere around 17 these levels, 17300 levels, but we can see price falling up to 17300 if Friday closes below these below this support. Okay, then looking at the trend lines and support resistance zones. Okay, this is much more clear picture. Price opened above this falling resistance line. The previous day it tried to break above these resistances, but it could not. It closed below the rising rising support line, rising trend line, and this falling trend line now acted as a resistance, pushing the price down, and price is now again between these two lines. So we have to again watch the next session. If that session also gives us the red candle and closes below these supports, then we can expect the price to go down. And because the price has been playing in a kind of particular to 400 point box range, at this point Fibonacci retracements doesn't tell us much, so we'll leave out that thing. But from the price action and this trend lines and the overall outlook, what we can conclude is that it appears like we are going to have a breakdown the consolidation range, but that will be confirmed on Friday. And so the trade plan is that if there happens to be a gap down below 17800, I mean, if there happens to be, there is always a probability of something happening. If there happens to be gap down, then definitely it's not a case for long trades. Short at the opening if you are intending to sell calls, but if you are intending to buy puts, wait for the VIX to cool off and then buy puts after the first 15 or 20 minutes depending on the VIX. And you can hold the shorts with a target of 17700, first target. If 17700 breaks down, then just hold them. We don't know how far Nifty can fall. We have to hold and see. If Nifty opens between 17800 to 17900, then definitely even in this case there can't be any long trades taken. 17900 to 940 is a resistance zone. Wait and watch if the price comes up to test this resistance zone. If it does, then short closer to this resistance zone and hold the shorts till you get to the target of 17770, nearly, not exactly, approximately 17770 to 17780, like that. And then if the target breaks down, reinitiate the shorts and wait for 17700. If the price opens between 17900 to 17940, then we are in that particular supply demand zone. So if price Nifty breaks above that, it breaks above 17,940, then go long. Otherwise, don't initiate any longs. If the price happens to break down that zone, or if the price shows you a reversal at the top of the zone, then short, and then with the first target as 17,770, and after that the 17,700 will be the next target. If the price happens to be opening above the supply demand zone, then most probably 17,940 will be a support. Wait and watch to see if it sustains above 17,940 and then go long with 18,000 as a target, and after that 18,080 or 18,100 can be a target. And don't short unless Nifty happens to break through that support zone of 17,900 to 940, or at least Nifty should go and give you a reversal at 18,000. Until then, don't short. Okay, folks. So this is the analysis for Friday, and we have gone through the monthly expiry. So we have a good interesting week coming up ahead. So if Nifty happens to close below 17,800 on Friday, folks, please be advised that it is a bearish scenario and plan your trades accordingly. And most probably we will have a direction. I don't think that Nifty will keep on playing in this range for long. At least if not by Friday, the next week we are going to have a direction. But most likely Friday is going to be decided. So plan and play accordingly. Hope everyone will have a good trading session on Friday, and see you in the next analysis. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe to the channel.